Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Matt Lloyd. We're here at the Diamond Mastermind. We just got off this catamaran tour here, and we've been shooting a whole bunch of videos. I've got David here. He's one of our Diamond clients. So we're going to try and shoot this episode on the run.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. My question is this. If you had to narrow it down to just one thing that you think contributed the most to your overall success, what would that one thing be?
I think the big turning point when I finally started making real money online was learning how to just throw myself into the deep end as far as doing sales presentations. So let me explain what that means. So for a number of years, I was really struggling and I wasn't making any sales, hardly any. And it was because I was focusing on all the wrong things, spending my time doing all the wrong activities. So I got to a point where I decided, you know what, I'm going to start doing webinars where I schedule in the webinar before I've even done all the presentation, worked out the slides, and I'm just going to sell because I got sick of just not making money. So this was around 2011. So I started just promoting, I've got this webinar coming up, it's in 3 or 4 days, and here's what I'm going to be teaching you. I'd get people to register, they'd show up to the webinar, and I'd be frantically putting together my slides, right before it. But by having that social accountability, a bunch of people are expecting me to show up and deliver some content, and I've got a deadline. Now it forced me to really focus on the right things because I'm very much someone who procrastinates, and I want to over perfect everything. So I had a problem with executing. I was someone who just always wanted to learn, and never do. So by having that deadline and that public accountability, it taught me to let go of perfection. I started doing things at maybe 70% perfection. So they weren't perfect, but I became more focused on producing videos, producing webinars, and being okay with them not being perfect. And that's really important. If you're a perfectionist, as an entrepreneur, that's like a curse. That's really going to hold you back. So then I would get on the webinar and I would deliver my presentation. When I started, they were pretty terrible, but I practiced it. I did quite a few. And at the end, I would sell something. And in the beginning, it didn't work so well. I wasn't very good at it. But I kept making adjustments based on the feedback I got. So if people asked the same question after, like, is there a guarantee, or is there a payment plan, or is this for me if I have this situation, then I would incorporate that into the next webinar that I would do. So based on the feedback, I would continue to modify the webinar. And that allowed me to actually start bringing in sales. It allowed me to just get a lot more done. So that was the big turning point. I guess letting go of perfection, having the deadline, having the social accountability, and realizing that, look, you're in business, you have a lot of functions in a business, but at the end of the day, it's all about sales and marketing. Without sales, without money coming in, nothing else matters. Accounting doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. So learning to put most of my focus on sales and marketing, that was also the big turning point. Does that answer your question?
It was more than enough to answer my question. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. So if you have a question for me, go to askmattllloyd.com. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow.